Hello everybody, today we are out in the fodder beet field. I thought I'd bring you out because it's about the only crop this year that hasn't suffered noticeably with the dry weather and the enormous heat we've been having. So I, along with a lot of other people in the UK, have been telling you how dry it's been, how the grass has suffered, the grass has dried up. You've seen we've been feeding the cows for well over a month now, but we have had some rain. About 3 weeks ago we had 13 millimeters of rain. We did put on some nitrogen fertiliser onto the grassland, but it wasn't enough rain to make it grow. But today is Thursday the 16th of August 2018, and Friday, Saturday and Sunday of last week we had a good lot of rain, 29 millimeters, and again this morning we've had another 13 millimeters. So that's plenty of rain now. That fertiliser is washed in. Everybody's greening up now. The grass is coming on. There's little shoots coming. It's not enough yet, but it's coming on well. The cows are still, we're still feeding the cows. We're restricting the cows on what the grass area they can cover, so that the grass has time to come back, and then in a week or so there'll be plenty there for them to eat. So I'll just give you a little bit of history. This field has been grassland for the last few years. Early November of last year we spread manure, farmyard manure on this, straw dung, cleaned out the sheds. We spread it on this, it was left over winter. Then the grass was sprayed off in March, but it was quite wet in the spring, so we couldn't get to it for a little while. But middle of April we got the umbilical system, we spread slurry on it, and then we ploughed it around about the 20th of April, 25th, something like that. And that is, I did the video of ploughing and the channel introduction. That was this field I was ploughing then. So that was ploughed at the end of April. We power harrowed it early May. So I power harrowed it once, light, just a shallow and slow, and it was still really cloddy because there's quite a clay field here. So then I think we had a little bit of rain on it, and I went over it again a second time, slightly power harrowing, slightly deeper and a lot faster, and that brought us up to a nice seed bed that was suitable for drilling. And we drilled it on the 12th of May, so that was also a video that we drilled it with the 35 in the drill. That's the video that was come out. So that was us drilling it. So it was, after we drilled it, it was quite dry for a little while. There was moisture in the seed bed, but and it didn't germinate it germinated well, but it germinated in two lots. So we had the seed that dropped into the moisture in the seed bed, that got going quite quickly. But we had a second germination a few days later, once some rain had come onto the seed. And I'll show you a picture of it. You can see in this photograph we had the taller seed, the taller plants, and some shorter ones from the two germinations. So to look at the crops now, I mean they've all caught up. They're level. There's a level crop now. You can't tell the difference that they didn't germinate together. But that split germination also happened within the weeds, and you can see the weed control wasn't great this year. We did spray. We sprayed once, but some were too far advanced. The early germinated weeds were too far advanced for that spray, but the spray did take out, the smaller seed. The smaller seedlings, so it's not a great weed control, but it's not too bad. So let's zoom you in. Let's have a closer look at the beet. Okay, so this is a bit of a gap in the row here. This bit, something went wrong here. I think the drill might have blocked up. There's a few missed beet here, but this one, that's a good size for a normal year. That's good, but I mean, quite, all around they're average size. So the dry weather doesn't really seem to have affected them. This is, as I say, it's a clayey soil here, so that helped. It's held the moisture in throughout the summer while it's been hot, and it's nice and moist now. You can see with the rain we've had. But we're going to have to watch. The clay soil's done us good in the summer while it's growing, but we need to watch in the winter when we come to harvest it, because this will be late October at the earliest. This will be harvested. So we do need to, it's a balance between dry enough to get on and get it out without making a mess, but if we get a mild November, it will grow all the way through November as well, as long as we don't get any frost. So it's a balance we need to strike of getting it out or getting a higher yield. So this is a beet fresh pulled out of the ground. You can see there is some soil stuck to it. The harvester it lifts it out. We'll do a good proper video when we get to harvesting, but the harvester will knock all these. The harvester takes the leaves off. It's like a two-stage topping process. It takes the worst of it off with a rotating knife, and then it will slice the crown off cleanly at a measured distance with a stationary knife, and then it goes up through the cleaners, knocks all this soil off, and then it will, because we don't want excessive soil on when we're storing it, nor when we're feeding it. So the harvester is designed to knock all this off, and the roots are bred over the years to have very little fine root, and you can see the fine roots are what holds the soil to the root. So that's what they're aiming, the breeders are aiming to keep them smooth. So, you know, it makes a big difference by having that, not having the fibrous roots. So as I say, today is August, middle of August, and we wouldn't be disappointed to harvest that in October. So it's done very well. What's that? That's got to be half a kilo, you know, once he's topped off. And one of the reasons we grow fodder beet, but it's a lot of sugar, it's energy, the cows love it, cows go crazy for this stuff when it's chopped up and fed. But the main reason we grow it is the amount of tons per acre you get. There is no other crop, maize won't come even close. So the amount of the pile you get off of this, what's this? This is 7 acres. When we do the harvesting, we'll see the pile we get, you know, the clamp we make. And there's no other crop to touch the tons per acre that we can produce off of a small area. So there we are, that's a little update on the weather situation, how our fodder beet crop is looking, and I'm very pleased with it considering the year and what it's been through. Normally in a hot weather it wilts, you know, in normal summers it wilts down during the day and perks up in the evening. This is the evening now I'm filming this, so you would expect it to look good, but no, so I'm quite pleased with the way it's going. So I think that'll be enough for this video, so I'll say thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.